I should be better now.
Now recording.
Game
And like the
man.
best part is I only have to pay child support on the three of them.
Gamers, if I came up to you and asked, what's the one fight you'd want to see?
Batman versus Superman.
We already saw it.
The Nostalgia Critic versus...
We already saw that. Kyle?
I mean, for me, I would say, let's just skip the foreplay, get to the down gritty, screw Superman versus Batman. We've seen that. We've seen
Iron Man versus Captain America.
Dude, but we gotta see a hardcore Legend of Zelda movie. Link and Ganondorf just fucking go down.
I like an anime. I'd rather see that in anime form because that'd be better. Okay. But what is one movie coming out in November that we all want to see?
I mean, I think it's
Black Widow?
Godzilla.
Yeah, Black. No, I think it's No Time to Die. No, we're
talking
about Godzilla versus Kong. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the internet, the age-old debate about who's the most better kaiju.
Who's the most better?
Who's the better kaiju, I should say.
What seems to be happening is that whenever whenever someone else is speaking, when Kyle's trying to speak, he just gets cut off completely.
All right, Kyle, what do you got to say?
So, am I still good? Am I good now, or
you're good now? It's just when people are talking over you, you cannot understand the thing you say.
We'll work around. If need be, I can change it up to my iPad or whatever. So what I have to say is I'm very excited for this movie. I'm a huge Godzilla fan, obviously, as the guys here know. I've been a Godzilla fan for almost for probably just about 12 years now. It's been a minute.
And Kyle, how old are you now?
I'm 20. I'm currently 20. So
wow.
Yeah. That was my childhood. So basically, when I heard that they were doing the remake, not really remake, but a new rendition of Godzilla over here in America after the fiasco, which that'll be probably another episode of this happy show. I was very happy to hear that they're doing another one, but I was afraid they're going to screw it up. I actually ended up seeing via the power of the internet, so legendary, don't come after me. But I saw the actual Comic-Con teaser trailer they put out. I believe it was correct me if I think it was 2012 or 2013. Somewhere like before this thing came out, I saw the actual teaser trailer. And I nearly started crying because it was so cool. I mean, it was maybe like 20 seconds long, and I was about ready to cry manly tears. It was, like I said, 20 seconds long, and it was just a slow pan over a city, and then you see a silhouette of Godzilla, and I was like, oh my god, that's Godzilla. It's about
he goes...
Pretty much, yeah. That is exactly how
classic Godzilla noise.
Yeah, that basically is how it went. If you ever guys get the chance to, I doubt it's still up there, but I know people have recreated it. It is one of the greatest things, in my opinion, that came out of that year's Comic-Con.
Wait, so why is it? Why did you say not to come after me? Is it not?
Because when they release Comic-Con trailers, they like to keep it at the panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I myself I wasn't there. I didn't. Just saying, I was one of the guys that was watching it all the time, and I was probably the one that blew it up, kind of like made it 1,000,000,001 views because I was the one that kept hitting repeat on it on the YouTube video.
Hey, Lorenzo, talk real quick.
I'm talking. I'm just letting Kyle talk.
Okay, I think you need to turn on the gain on your microphone. It's picking up a lot of the back, a lot of the echo.
This better?
Yeah, it sounds better.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep turning them. Tell me when, like this.
Just sit where you'd normally sit and talk.
Like right here?
Yeah, you sound good now.
Okay.
We'll just cut that part out. I'm just trying to...
Yeah. For like what Kyle was saying, like panels, like that's why Marvel really cracks down on when a teaser gets released out of Comic-Con.
Oh
Because
yeah,
they don't want people to see that one. They want to, because they're going to do because the one they show really isn't finished. It's technically not a finished trailer.
well yeah, the Infinity War trailer at Comic-Con was different from the actual release. Like it showed Thor without his eye patch and all that.
Yeah.
They're really stingy about these things.
The actual Godzilla, the actual announcement trailer for that new Godzilla movie actually featured a completely new monster that was not in the movie. And
Oh yeah.
it was like a giant centipede-looking thing. And it, like I said, the only purpose was just to have it in that trailer. I really hope that they utilize that because people put, effort and designing that. So I would hope that it, at least gets a mainstream appearance, whether it's, just even if it's in the movie for like 2 seconds as a carcass, as it was in the trailer, because that's all it was. I would like to see that happen. But the point being that I said why I'm getting to all that is when that whole thing happened, I saw 2014 Godzilla. It was awesome. I loved it. King of the Monsters came out, and I loved that movie. I know people were kind of divided on it. As a fan,
Dude, it's the best Godzilla movie I've ever seen.
Honestly, I would agree. There are, and I mean, TJ, as a new fan, that was, I think, might have been one of the first you've. Would you just say that'd be the first one you ever saw?
That was the first Godzilla movie I ever saw.
Yeah.
Wait, that was the only first one you ever saw was King of the Monsters, not the 2014 one?
I wasn't, I never thought that Godzilla wasn't I didn't think it was dumb. It was never my thing. So
it was never, my grandparents tried to get me to like it, tried to get me to watch it. I never really understood the whole thing.
I didn't go to see it in theaters, the 2014 one, because I was like, yeah, I mean,
I didn't
even remember it came out, to be completely honest.
2014 was a strange year for movies, I'll just say. Winter Soldier,
Yeah.
Can we not bring it back to Marvel every single time we talk about movies?
Sure.
But no, I had only seen snippets of Godzilla movies.
Mm-hmm. I just learned that browsing on, because by the time people see this, we'll probably have this up by next week, but HBO Max came out, and apparently they have all the Godzilla movies. WB has every single one, I guess, they put on their service.
So all the old ones?
Yeah, all the other ones. It's in a whole library. Just search up Godzilla. I was looking through today, and I was like, oh, well, no shit. Even the older, I think, Toho ones that were made, they somehow got them on there. So
that's interesting.
They have Godzilla vs. Mothra, Godzilla vs. I could, look it up while you keep talking, but I'm going to try and find which ones.
So that's actually very interesting that they have those, because that means that Warner Brothers has the distribution rights technically for those movies.
Found it.
Makes me interested that they are going to, that they have some level of rights to the monsters in those movies, being Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, which we haven't seen in the MonsterVerse, which is the 2014 King of the Monsters, Kong Skull Island. So for those who are confused when I drop the term MonsterVerse, that is the 2014
That's pro Godzilla terms right there.
That is so okay. Another thing is,
all right, Kyle, do you want to know which ones they have?
What's that? Sure, go ahead and listen.
Okay, so they have obviously the new King of the Monsters, obviously. It doesn't look like they have the 2014 Godzilla for some weird reason.
That's weird. That's really weird.
But they also have the 1954 Godzilla in HD on HBO Max. They have Godzilla vs. Gigan. Is that Gigan? Mothra vs. Godzilla. Mm-hmm. Godzilla Raids Again.
Good one.
Godzilla vs. Hedorah.
That movie's a trip. That is a visual drug trip.
Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla.
That's a good one.
Godzilla vs. Megalodon. I don't know. I'm butchering.
Megalodon.
Yeah. Son of Godzilla, and then they have the original 1956 Godzilla King of the Monsters. So that's
wow. So they have the They have the Japanese and the Raymond Burr version.
Yep. Those are all the Godzillas on HBO Max as of this recording.
That's pretty good. I'm a little interested they don't have any of the one from the 80s, which are the Heisei. But
it's really surprising too because they have the OG King Kong, but they don't have Kong Skull Island.
That is really weird. I wonder if those are on different purposes.
Yeah, they might be, or they're just gonna add them later.
Yeah. Anyway, so getting to it, let's get down to the brass tacks here. The reason why we made this is because me and TJ had a conversation, and the conversations evolved.
Hold on.
Okay. All right.
Lorenzo, your thing's echoing again.
It is. Here, should I go right here?
Why don't you just go back to your headphones? I'll help you figure out your microphone later, but your headphone was perfect.
Okay, I'm going back to
my headphone. Better?
Yeah, that's way better.
I'm going to move this back so you're probably going to hear a lot of me trying to move my mic back into its like little spot so I can move it out of the way. Okay. Now, where were we? Oh, yeah.
We're talking about...
okay.
We're talking about
the funny lizard and monkey debate.
All right.
So, basically, to put it in perspective, I am on Team Godzilla for obvious reasons, and TJ is on Team Kong for the new Godzilla vs. Kong movie. They're going to fight, and from what I heard, there is going to be a definitive winner. And we're basically on opposing sides of seeing who that winner is going to be.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they want to stay faithful to the original, then it'll be King Kong, because,
I mean,
his random lightning powers that he has somehow.
Did I ever tell you the reason why he had those lightning powers?
I don't think so.
So the original plan for that movie was, if I remember correctly, was to have it was going to be Godzilla versus Frankenstein's monster.
Okay.
Oh, God.
For some reason, I think it was either they couldn't get the rights or whatever the hell. For some reason, they did not end up going with Frankenstein's monster. Like, well, we'll go for the next best thing. We'll get King Kong, which is, I would say more. They both are really recognizable movie monsters in their own rights, being Frankenstein's monster and King Kong.
Kingus Kong.
Yeah.
But I think versus Godzilla, I would say King Kong makes more sense. Mm-hmm. So that's why they gave him the lightning powers, because they're like, well, we still want to give him the edge. And
that was kind of dumb, though, that they just kind of gave him that, like, without any explanation.
I would agree with that.
If I was the one making it, I would have made him go to some mythical planet in somewhere and then make the lightning powers.
I would say they would explain it better than just, oh, he has this, as opposed to, like, I want more to that. But here is what I would say. So basically, all right, TJ, let's just hear your side of this argument. Why you think King Kong is going to win?
Talk about monkey.
I think he's more intelligent than Godzilla. I think I think Godzilla is obviously more powerful and probably has a better chance of winning. But also, you got to think about it in the writer's sense that people like to see like the underdog win.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's going to be some mannerism of Godzilla's he's going to obviously be too strong for Kong, so Kong will use his brain and set some traps for the guy to wear him down.
Wait, Kyle, is the fight it's taking place on Skull Island, right?
They did not confirm where it's going to take place. We do know that at one point it's going to take place on an aircraft carrier. However the hell, but how
that works, I don't know.
I think they are implying that a part of the fight, whether it be round 1, 2, or the last round, will be on Skull Island. I think that would be the best place for them to have it, as it just makes sense. Godzilla swims towards it because whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're both in agreement though that there's eventually going to be like there's going to be like a fight that they do together, right?
Yeah, that's kind of confirmed by that point.
Yeah,
We talked about it. The director talked about them teaming up. Like, there's going to be a fight that they're basically just teaming up for.
Now, I will tell you that I have seen leaks, and they were from I believe it was Toy Fair. Now, I don't know if you guys to disclose those leaks or not, because I'm fine either way. Because the leaks themselves, one is like meh, the other one is like holy fuck, because it basically it's this leak is huge for the MonsterVerse itself. It was a huge deal, and it was hinted at, but people were like, "Nah, I don't know," and then boom, here it is.
Just put a spoiler warning if you want to talk about it.
Okay. Boom, spoiler warning.
All right, so spoiler warning right here. If you do not want to hear the spoilers, do not worry. We will put another thing up for you when those spoilers are done.
Completed.
TJ, you should put like a random like a spoiler warning fact about monkeys or something.
Yeah,
people want to skip over this.
I'll find something.
I'll
be like skip. You know what I'll do? I'll put something that says skip to this time, but the time will be the exact time that the spoiler is said.
Man, that's evil.
I'm not gonna do that.
I have like a picture of like the spoiler warning. Like when we put spoiler warning, it's just like a picture of like the OG like Godzilla and Kong just staring at each other.
I like that. All right, so the spoiler warning is going into effect in 3, 2, 1. Spoilers. The revealed two monsters. There is a new monster, and that we don't know the name of. It looks kind of like a scorpion-ish looking thing. I have my theories of that. But the returning monsters that we know of, for confirmed, are the skull crawlers are going to come back.
Right.
They said they are going to come back. I've seen toy pictures. It's gonna be like a big one, so I guess Kong's gonna kick the shit out of that, and then he's gonna see Godzilla, and it's gonna be, oh my god. Skull crawlers are gonna come back. This brand new monster. I think that might be maybe a pre-Destroya, which is a monster in the original trilogy, which was created by the Oxygen Destroyer, which they introduced in King of the Monsters. And in the original movie, that was the weapon that killed Godzilla in 54. That's what killed him. And later on, they retconned it sort of to that ended up creating this other creature called Destroya, who is like the goddamn devil, to quote the angry video game nerd. He looks like the goddamn devil. But I think this might be a pre-Destroya, because I think that just makes sense for them to build to that. If you introduce the Oxygen Destroyer, Destroya comes with it. But the other confirmed monster, this is one from Toho. It is a returning Toho monster that we have not seen. This was hinted at in the end credits of Godzilla King of the Monsters.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's going to be, drumroll if whatever the fuck you want to do, Godzilla from what I could tell, is going to be in the movie.
What was it? Mechagodzilla?
Mechagodzilla.
Mechagodzilla.
And I didn't hear that one. I didn't hear that.
Mechagodzilla.
I heard Mecha.
Oh my god, Lorenzo, your thing is way too loud.
Damn it.
Move the mic away from your mouth a little bit.
It is away from my mouth a bit. I can hear.
Is that better?
Is it better, TJ?
Yes, exponentially.
Okay.
So
I didn't hear Mechagodzilla. I heard Mecha
King Ghidorah.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Mechagodzilla is the one that's confirmed. Mecha King Ghidorah would make sense, but I think that what they're going to do is they're going to build the Destroya in later movies. But if you remember, King Ghidorah has regenerative abilities, and they found his head at the bottom of the ocean, and that head was basically tainted with the Oxygen Destroyer. So I think that might be the whole build-up, is King Ghidorah might give way to a new Destroya, and it's going to be King Ghidorah meets Destroya, and it's going to be like, holy crap. But basically, from what I can tell, because I saw the toy leaks. It is Mechagodzilla is going to be in the movie, and I am ecstatic for that. I think that would bode because he is a very famous character, and in a way, it almost works that humanity would try to make their own kaiju to fight in this thing, because they're saying, what if Godzilla doesn't, beat the next one, And I think that they might use that as an excuse, like maybe Godzilla. I mean, and I'm giving this to TJ, so TJ's getting a freebie. What if Kong beats Godzilla, and they're like, "Oh my God, Godzilla was supposed to be our savior, but he just got his ass kicked by like a rogue agent." Essentially, is what I'm going to call it. That he was supposed to be the savior, and he was supposed to be the guy that brings balance, but now he's getting his ass kicked by a monkey. So basically,
that has nothing to do with the nature of, I mean, yeah.
You see, Godzilla in the movies was shown to be the king of the monsters. He was supposed to be the alpha predator. Kong is kind of like, Kong is there. He's also an alpha, but the whole dynamic was Mothra was the queen, and she shares a symbiotic relationship with Godzilla. So they kind of rule together in a way. King Ghidorah is shown as the invader from outer space. It was an alien. He is shown to upset that balance, and that's why a lot of the crazy shit in King of the Monsters happened, was because he was that invader that fucked up the whole cycle of reality. So I think that if they're gonna do this, which like I said, I'm Team Godzilla. So if they don't do this, I'm happy. But it would make sense if they showed Godzilla basically being beaten, and in their way, they're like, oh, now we got to take stuff into our own hands. I'm not saying they use Mechagodzilla to fight Kong. That would be a really cool fight, though, if I'm being honest. But they use it as, what if the next creature, like Kong is pretty docile. He's like, fine, whatever. He's on his island. He's chilling. But what if the next monster that beats Godzilla isn't as docile and isn't as recluse as King Kong? Say, I don't know, another King Ghidorah comes back, and that one beats Godzilla. And what are we going to do? We got to fight back. We got to build our own thing. So they Pacific Rim the shit out of it, basically.
Wait, so you're saying that
to make the movie more interesting, they'd have to kill Godzilla. They'd have to get rid of Godzilla to make it more.
What I'm saying is that my theory, one of the theories that I just thought of, if that is how they're going to introduce Mechagodzilla. Now, I hope, obviously, I don't want to see Godzilla get his ass kicked, but I'm saying I want you to think, if Godzilla is shown in the movies to be the the king of the monsters, the apex predator, and basically the one that keeps the order and keeps all the other monsters in check, if he is shown to be beaten, then where does that leave the rest of the humanity?
So what you're saying is you think that it's gonna be like a structure as like they fight, King Kong wins, America notices this, makes their own, but then Godzilla isn't actually dead. He's just like retreated,
like he did. So, I mean, like I said, that's just one of my crazy ass fan theories.
But then Mechagodzilla goes crazy and turns evil, and Godzilla and King Kong have to team up and beat him.
I would be okay with that. I would be okay with that, because that actually makes sense with the narrative. Because if you remember in King of the Monsters, the quote unquote antagonists were a character by the name of Alan Jonah and his group of eco-terrorists. Now, they purchased King Ghidorah's head, so whatever the hell they're going to do with that, I don't know. But it would make more sense for them, because I don't know if they have technically the funding to build a Mechagodzilla. So somebody has to build it, regardless. Whether it might be Alien, that'd be cool, but...
Or just Monarch.
Well, Monarch, maybe. Monarch could build it. I mean, they're basically... But if you remember at the end of the movie, Monarch is, basically revealing to the public all their secrets. So maybe that... You might be right. Monarch themselves might be doing it, and they're being funded by the U.S. government to build a monster just in case the balance is upset. But what I'm saying is, if that was to happen, like you're saying, TJ, that would make sense if Mechagodzilla goes rogue, because let's say Alan Jonah and his crew come in and they basically hijack Mechagodzilla. And they're like, all right, bet, now we got a big fucking creature, let's just wreck shit. So, I mean, that is what I think would make the most sense. But obviously, whatever they do, I'm probably going to be like, all right, cool. That works, because what they've done so far is they've done a really good job about putting in some thought to the plot. Now, obviously, in King of the Monsters, there's some stuff that was a little bit like, why is that bitch doing that? Like, I'm trying to think. Was it? I don't know. I think it was Emma Russell was her name. She was the lady that set off all the monsters and freed all of them and worked with Alan Jonah. That was kind of a little like, she had a point, but it's like, I don't know if I'd go that far to, like, literally screw humanity. But I digress. So
I'm just excited to see Godzilla be thrown like freaking Bowser.
That would be interesting. So
I want King Kong to pick him up by his dumb tail and spin him around and smack him against a wall.
All right. So how about this? We'll end the spoiler warning now. If I ever mention it again, we'll pop up another spoiler, or just bleep it out, whatever. We'll end the spoiler warning now, and now we'll get into TJ's points of why Kong is going to win, and then I'll give my 2 cents on why I think Godzilla is going to win this fight.
All right. Well, I already really said it, is that King Kong is smart, and if the turf they're fighting on is his turf, he's gonna know it better than Godzilla.
I agree.
He could probably lure him into any mannerism of trap. And if we're using weapons too, that's
that has been confirmed that King Kong is going to have a weapon.
Yeah, exactly. He could cut off Godzilla's tail and shove it down his throat.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they have said the movie is going to be pretty brutal.
Exactly. That would pretty much win.
That would do it. Does it count as a spoiler warning if I tell like what the weapon looks like? Because I've already seen.
No, who cares?
Okay. So if you care, this is kind of a spoiler. If not, don't worry. It's not huge. From what I can tell, it looks like the weapon that he's using is a type of axe. And this axe appears to have one of Godzilla's spikes as the blade.
Right. Well, that's pretty much.
So that is definitely going to probably cut through Godzilla's skin. Like,
well, I would assume so.
Yeah.
Do we know if Mothra's going to be in the movie?
Not confirmed, but at the end of the movie of King of the Monsters, you see that there is another egg discovered, and it's probably so. She's Moth, and that's Mothra's whole thing is, even throughout the whole original trilogy, the whole original series. If there was a trilogy, whole original series, and even like Showa Heisei Millennium, was Mothra's whole purpose is to fight, die, get reincarnated, rinse, repeat.
Do you think it's going to be like Batman versus Superman, where she shows up like Wonder Woman?
I mean, but Wonder Woman doesn't die like all the time. Like if I was to explain to you,
this movie is basically Batman versus Superman, but with big monsters.
I mean, yeah. At the end, if they say Martha and they're all buddy, then sure.
Like because there's the one that doesn't have any power and is definitely outmatched, but using his intellect, he can take down the big bad guy, or not bad guy, but the big power.
Right. Let me see.
Is it Godzilla versus Kong or Kong versus Godzilla?
I don't know. I think it's Godzilla versus Kong, but it might be Kong versus Godzilla.
That doesn't matter or like anything.
Right.
I just can't remember.
Yeah, me either. I think it's Godzilla versus Kong, but Yeah, so essentially, if that was to happen, that'd be kind of cool. I hope Mothra pops up. I think what they'll probably do is they might just show her as like a cameo, because they have all the other monsters that are, you know, I would like them to kind of flesh out some of the new monsters they introduced. Like Behemoth was a cool one, Methuselah, Scylla. I would like to see those kind of more flushed out, because you see them, they're walking around, neato, and then they're like at the end of the movie. But I would like to see those more flushed out. It's going to be a very hard thing because people are like, we want to see Rodan, we want to see if King Ghidorah is still kicking. It's like now they're filled with all these monsters that now exist.
Yeah.
I would hope at least they would at least like name drop them, be like, Rodan is here. He's just nesting. Because that's what they said was Rodan basically is nesting. Mothra is still in her egg or whatever. We've tracked the Mothra egg, or the egg that we think is Mothra. It's still here. Nothing's happened. Cool. I would like them to at least mention it. Now, let me give my 2 cents, because I was
On
actually
why you think this big
hard.
stupid lizard has a fighting chance?
You know what? I think he does. I'm gonna give my 2 cents on why I think Godzilla might win.
Lorenzo,
Yeah,
just making sure you're still there.
I am.
So,
Nate's taking a poo poo pee pee or something. He texted me.
oh god. So basically, here's my logic. Okay.
All right.
Now, I thought about this, and we have to look at, in the movies, we see that it is mentioned that by the time it was the 1970s or whatever, King Kong is pretty old. He's old, but he's not fully matured yet. He is still a teenager. He's still growing.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that he is a teenager. Okay, so we don't know the exact time or whatever happened there, and all this crazy wacky crap. We don't know Godzilla's precise age. We know that Godzilla, the species, was around prehistorically. That we know that the Godzilla species themselves existed around dinosaurs and stuff. This exact creature that we see, we know that this one was kicking in 1954, because it was mentioned that the atomic bomb was not a test; it was actually a way to kill Godzilla, but it was cover up as a test. So we know that Godzilla was at least kicking around in 54. So you would have to assume that these species themselves have a very long lifespan. So with that, I would say Kong has the more intelligent brain. I'm not discounting Kong with that. It's science. He is a giant ape. He's a primate, and he has the bigger brain. And even in the original, movie that, what was it? Godzilla. I think it was Godzilla vs King Kong. The original one, it's mentioned that King Kong is definitely smarter. He is a thinking animal. Godzilla, he is not. Godzilla has a brain probably about the size of, a fucking walnut. But
well, except for,
it's a little bit bigger than a walnut, but the equivalent.
Scaled to the size of Godzilla.
Yeah, it's a very small brain. It's a very small brain because a lot of it is just primordial stuff. Eat, fight, sleep, defecate. It's not, and mate, but it's very simplistic stuff. Whereas King Kong's like a lot more. Kong, you see in Kong Skull Island, cool. That is what's going to give Kong a fighting chance in this situation, is that Kong is smart and he can use tools. With Godzilla, what I was trying to get back at with the whole, comparing the ages, is that Kong's smarter, yes, but Kong is, I believe, compared to Godzilla, he is younger.
But isn't Kong also still growing?
Kong is still growing, yes. That was what I was that's what I was saying was,
the
70s.
Why do they call it Skull Island?
Because that's the island that he lived on.
It's an island that looks like a skull.
Okay, I couldn't remember if there was like a giant skull on the island or something.
I think that might be kind of also there. I think that might have helped, but I remember in the original, if I remember, it was the place itself looked like it had or maybe that was just the Peter Jackson one. They made the island look like a skull. But back to what I was saying is that Godzilla, in my idea, Godzilla is older than Kong. Kong is still growing. Godzilla has kind of probably reached full maturity. So with that being said, I think Godzilla has more experience. Okay.
For a lizard god.
Yes.
But you know.
For a lizard god, he has more experience. You even see actually this brings back to another thing. You see in King of the Monsters, you see Godzilla's lair, and in there you see Mesopotamian writings and drawings. So he was not this exact Godzilla, but the species himself were around during Mesopotamia, which was countless thousands of years ago and stuff. So, and by then,
I don't really see what all this has to do with why he'll be better.
Because he has more experience in fighting. He has more experience in fighting. Kong is smarter. Godzilla has more experience.
But
now,
does he have experience fighting King Kong?
Does Kong have experience fighting Godzilla?
Well, yeah, but the experience thing doesn't really matter in that case. I mean, Godzilla doesn't really fight. He just kind of walks around and breathes fire.
Okay. Kong does. Kong fight. In the recent iterations, you have seen Godzilla using his claws, his tail, biting, stuff like that. You've seen him fighting. It's not just him, walking up, fire, okay, walk off. Fire very much does benefit him, and it is shown to be either an engagement tactic or a breakaway or finishing move, but it's not his only thing that he does. He does other stuff. With that also, you see that now we haven't obviously seen King Kong and all his capabilities.
We haven't seen him with his cool electric powers yet.
Right. We haven't seen that yet. If they somehow manage to throw that in there, that'd be cool.
They probably will have to. I mean, he's got King Kong as fire, and I mean, Godzilla has fire, and he can become burning Godzilla. So
Right. Now that being said, will burning Godzilla become a factor? Because, in my honest, and I would love to say that's my ultimate Uno get out of jail free card. That's 2 games in 1, but that's my ultimate get out of jail free card is burning Godzilla. I mean, Kong has no way in hell to fight that. But in my idea, it takes Mothra to achieve burning Godzilla, plus a bunch of other factors. So I think that is probably going to be taken away in this film because Mothra is probably still going to be in her egg. So there will
alternatively maybe Thunder Kong is like immune to fire or whatever, or not immune rather, but like highly resistant.
Okay.
While other monsters like die instantly from being anywhere near him, like Kong just like absorbs all that crap.
It's possible. So back to another thing is obviously beyond the experience that Godzilla possesses, I would say also Godzilla has more ways of engaging Kong at a range. So, and I was trying to avoid getting to the fire, but it's glaring. The fire is a good way for him to engage Kong from a distance. I do believe Kong could probably outmaneuver that. I'm going to give that to you, TJ, that he probably could outmaneuver it. But once he does, let's say, okay, he shoots a fire beam or whatever the hell. Kong jumps up, maneuvers it. He comes into Godzilla. In 2014, you see this kind of tactic. Whereas, I'm trying to remember no, it doesn't dodge the beam, but you see it come straight for Godzilla. And in this, you see him kind of do a complete 180 and just smack the shit out of it with his tail. Enough so that this creature gets impaled into a building and its arm falls off. It was crazy when you saw it, but it was a lot smaller than Godzilla. And I would say smaller than Kong. So I'm not going to say that this thing the tail whip could knock off Kong's arm. I'm saying that it definitely...
I feel like Kong will craft items, though, for...
Minecraft.
I feel like Kong might. He might craft items, but I don't know if he would per se craft it, but he definitely improvise some weapons.
Well,
aren't those skull spider things going to be back?
What's that?
Those skull spider things?
Yes, the skull crawlers. I said yeah.
Don't they have really like long sharp legs?
They have like sharp stuff. I don't know if I'm trying to remember.
I'd like to see King Kong grab them and like stretch them out and use them as spears.
That would be possible, but very cartoony.
Well, Kyle.
But we'll see.
Well, Kyle, I remember you told us about there's a part in Skull Island where where King Kong just grabs this fucking tree, shreds it, and uses it as a fucking baseball bat.
Yes,
you know?
I remember. And when
he basically does that, but with a monster.
Yeah,
he grabs that thing and shreds it like that, so it's like bones completely, and then starts stabbing away.
It's possible. It's possible.
But you also got to keep in mind Godzilla's skin.
Yes,
is tougher than is pretty tough to get through.
I'm very excited to see him grab one of Godzilla's spikes and break it off his back and then use it against him.
And that's what we were saying previously was the main weapon that Kong is going to use is going to be a makeshift axe, and the blade is going to be one of Godzilla's spines.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Very, very cool. As much as I'd hate to see Godzilla get one of his spines snapped off, that shit's gonna be metal as hell. That's gonna be
He'll regrow it.
He probably could. I mean, you see that he can regrow his spines, but it's gonna be like weird.
I really just want King Kong to grab Godzilla by the tail and just fucking like
do the Bowser. We already said
yeah. I really just want to see that.
So, I'm trying to remember exactly. You see in the movie that... Okay, so I'm just trying to remember Skull Island because it's been a minute since I've seen Skull Island. I've seen it like 2-3 times, but still, it's been a minute. I'm trying to remember. Have you seen Skull Island yet? Or
yeah, I saw Skull Island. I saw that one when it came out because I was like, "Oh, monkey."
Do you remember when Sam L. Jackson's character does that whole fire trap thing with the gasoline and the napalm and all that stuff in the water?
I do, yes.
Does that harm Kong?
I think it did for like a second.
I remember it happening, but I don't remember. Well, I mean, obviously he didn't die.
No, of course not. I'm just trying to remember if it like hurt him or it just like pissed him off.
I'm pretty sure, like, he was like, what can I equate it to? Where like the Hulk, where like it kind of hurt him, but it just made him more angry.
Right. So, okay. So here is my idea. Okay. So with that, you see, you don't really sit down and have an idea of what Kong's skin durability is, what he can take, what all that stuff. So what my point with that is, you see that he can be burnt against Godzilla.
Well, I mean, he can obviously take human bullets.
Yes, he can. The new iteration, he can. The old iteration,
I have no doubt that that Godzilla can easily cut through his skin, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like Kyle. Okay, so when I first started doing this, I didn't really care about any of it. I was just saying it because I was like, trying to make you angry.
Mission accomplished. No.
I know. Well, it worked many times.
A little bit.
But
You got me heated.
Yeah, I know it got you heated. It was like your dumb lizard doesn't stand a chance. And I still do believe that King Kong will win.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand that he is fighting Godzilla, so it's not going to be like
it's not going to
easy fight.
No, I think I'm not. I think King Kong will win, but not for just the sake of King Kong winning, just for the sake of like narrative wise.
Yeah, I feel like it'll make a better narrative because like you expect Godzilla to win.
Oh right. Yeah, Godzilla's the king of the monsters, and like you said, Kyle, it's like once
I don't expect Godzilla to die, but I do expect like
Godzilla's the king of the monsters, and then suddenly
when they say definitive winner, does that mean that someone's going to win the fight, or only one of them will be left alive at the end of the movie?
Let's be honest, they're not going to kill off
either one of them.
They're not going to kill off their biggest, it's like if they killed off freaking Superman in one of the movies.
Wow, right. And then bring him back in the next movie.
Yeah, wait a minute, but he's back in the next movie. I don't know.
Yeah, when they do Justice League, but
yeah,
but with monsters.
That'd be cool, actually. I'd be cool with that.
This is Batman vs Superman with monsters, so why not?
But we can talk about Justice League with monsters. Don't you worry, we can get to that. But let's focus on the fact of the matter. I'm trying to think. Where was I going to go with this? Yeah. So TJ, obviously, I respect it. If Kong does win, I'll say it's going to be fair. It's going to be fair that he wins because they made Kong so like they gave him the spike axe, but they didn't hint at anything else. So they're keeping it. They're sticking to their guns. They're like, this is King Kong. We're not bullshitting you. We're not gonna give him some crazy wacky ass power. Like, now King Kong can fucking shoot shit out of his eyes. They're keeping it true. So if he does win, it's going to be a very hard fought fight. With that being said, I don't think they're going to kill off Godzilla or they're not going to kill off Kong. They're going to probably have it so like Kong or Godzilla is standing on top over the other and roars, does the whole victory shit, and then all of a sudden a new enemy appears. Holy crap. The winner is getting his ass whipped by this new monster, and the next one, the one that's defeated, stands up and joins the fray and they fight. That's great. I would like it. I would agree that narrative wise, it would be, you want to see the underdog, but at the same time, you've seen that happen already. In the original, you've seen Kong beat Godzilla.
But it wasn't okay. But like he beat him because they fell into an ocean and he swam away.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean he survived.
Right.
Neither of them lost. He won in the sense that he's swimming away at the end, but he didn't actually win, and neither did Godzilla because
it was an easy cop out. They're like, oh well, Kong won because he's running away. It's like,
okay. And Godzilla just went to the bottom of the ocean. He's like, all right, I'm done.
Swims away.
It was more of a draw at the end.
Right.
It was more of a draw. With calling him a winner because he was the last one seen.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm all for King Kong winning, but I will even admit that was a dumb way to end it.
I mean, if you take Godzilla into the water and you see, like, if you take Godzilla into the water and Kong beats him in the water, that's very bullshit. Godzilla lives in the water. He is way more aquatically atoned than fucking King Kong.
So how tall is Godzilla, right, in this universe?
Oh god. I'm trying to remember the exact number, but he is, I think this is just about I want to say either the second? No. Maybe second or third tallest he's ever been. The tallest Godzilla goes to Godzilla Earth. But
well, yeah.
Because that Netflix series of movies, I still have yet to sit through all of them, but that was crazy.
I mean, we can watch and review them.
All right, we can do that. I'm up for it. So we'll get to that. Tune in to that episode. but
in 14 years.
in 14 years.
Judging on your guys' release schedule of videos, SMH.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a shade thrown right there. Ooh, okay.
I'm the one who edits your videos and uploads them. I mean,
That is true. That is true.
That is true. That is true.
Pandemic,
True.
but
so don't give me crap about that thing.
anyway.
Just kidding, you guys. I love you.
I love
Lorenzo,
you
who do you think is going to win?
I think King Kong.
too. Ooh. So I'm standing alone, aren't I?
Yeah, man. See, I got all the people over to the monkey side.
Oh,
But
but I got Natalie on my side. I got Lorenzo's girlfriend. So who really wins?
if we're voting on
Period.
who can throw a punch, Godzilla's arms are like
Tiny
small.
as fuck.
When Godzilla can straight up just throw a sucker
Jack a
punch.
guy.
And even kick him in his little Godzillas down there, but that's besides the point. As much as funny that would be.
So Kong is obviously not going to be as tall as Godzilla.
No, but he's
also
definitely
not gonna
got
be,
speed and strength. He's got speed and intelligence on his side. I will say.
He's probably like Tom standing next to me.
Right. He's not going to be short, but he's not. I mean, if I had to guess, it'd be maybe up to Godzilla. Like the top of his head is probably going to touch Godzilla's nose or something. So it's going to be a little small, but not substantially.
Well, no, because it makes sense that King Kong is smaller.
Yeah. Because Godzilla is so fucking massive. I'm trying to think the exact height, but I can't remember the exact height, but I know this Godzilla is...
When did King of the Monsters come out? 2019?
2019.
Yeah. Right.
So it's going to be 2019. It's going to be an interesting fight. All I know, it's going to be an interesting fight. They said there's going to be a definitive guy. That's going to be cool.
Kyle, let's make it interesting. What? How about if King Kong wins, you have to. All right. Here's the thing. So Nate and Lorenzo will be the helpers. Nate, you remember the soup stuff, right?
Wait, what?
You remember soup?
Oh, yes.
So if King Kong wins, then then I'm gonna make you a soup of the most foul ingredients I can find.
Wait, I'm on your side though.
Not you, Kyle.
Oh.
Whoever loses has to eat the soup. So either if Godzilla wins, I have to eat soup that Kyle makes, and if King Kong wins, then Kyle has to eat soup that I make.
So is this gonna be a spoon or just the whole fucking thing?
No, you gotta it'll be a whole bowl. It'll be a bowl.
Oh, God, I don't know about that.
It won't be poison, but it'll be
we
sardines
know.
and yogurt and stuff like that.
Oh God.
If you're so confident in your character winning, then you shouldn't have any problem with doing it.
I mean, they're gonna probably pull it off narrative-wise. King Kong wins, but
So you admit it.
Narrative-wise, that would make sense that he wins. But let's be real here. You put Godzilla versus King Kong, throw out the fucking narrative. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward fight.
God. I don't know.
You know what, TJ?
Kyle admits it.
You know what? TJ? You're on.
All right.
Oh, shit.
I'll do it.
All right, and we'll record it and we'll put it on one of the channels.
I'll do it.
Whoever wins, it gets to go on their whoever wins, it gets to go on their channel.
Yeah. Whoever wins, it gets to go on their channel.
So let me get this straight, okay? So if Godzilla kicks Monkey's ass,
Yeah.
it's gonna be you, Lorenzo, and Nate.
No. Lorenzo and Nate are whoever wins helpers. They help with the filming and making and stuff.
So we just get to make stuff? Okay, I'm down.
Well, here's the thing. I still get to try it though. Let's just be honest.
You can.
Okay, you can try it. I'm not trying it though. You can try.
Fuck that.
No, I'd rather just.
Kyle, you're really quiet right now. Are you super far away from your phone?
You know what? Because Natalie isn't here right now, I'm gonna jump ship and go on Kyle's side, so that way it's even. It's a 2v2.
Okay.
Well, Kyle, dude, if you do that, then that means you have to eat the soup.
I thought you said we didn't have to eat.
No,
if you're gonna make it so that it's 2v2 though, then it's only fair.
Then it's only fair. Like I'll do it.
So wait a minute. So how about if Kong wins, Nate helps TJ make the soup. If Godzilla wins, Lorenzo helps me make the soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But here's some ground rules: it can't be like spoiled stuff. It's got to be all fresh and it's got to be all edible, and it's
Right.
So basically, we could just get like a can of soup and just call it that.
Well, I mean, you could, but that'd be boring.
That'd be super boring.
Like you
No, getting people sick is the rule.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, unless they can throw up from bad taste, but you can't give them food poisoning from undercooked food and stuff like that.
Okay. So I'll do like a spoon. I'll do like a spoonful of it, but the whole thing.
You have to take 3 full spoon-sized bites.
All right, that's more manageable. So say I'm not eating the whole fucking thing.
I think I might just spectate this then.
Oh, Lorenzo.
This is just too entertaining between you two.
Lorenzo, I'm actually going to do it.
Nate. We could sit and watch and laugh and let these two dummies duke it out.
I'm still going to try the soup no matter who wins or loses.
Nate just wants to have soup for some weird.
Nate just wants to have
do you want me to make you soup after this? Is that what you want?
No. It's for the bit.
It's for the bit.
But here's the thing, Kyle. Kyle, you won't know what ingredients I put into the soup until after you've had it.
Oh God.
So Nate and I will have a list of things, and we'll film us making it and list off the ingredients.
Okay.
But we won't. You and Lorenzo won't know what's in the soup until it comes out there.
We will acknowledge each other's food allergies, right?
Yeah, well, of course. If you have food allergies, I'm not. What are you allergic
now
to?
I'm conflicted because I like Kong better than I like Godzilla.
Hold on, Lorenzo, shut up.
So I'm allergic to eggs and mold. So anything else, I'm technically not allergic to.
So eggs and what was the other thing?
Mold, like mold that you find on fucking trees. You're fine. Don't worry about mold. You'll be fine.
You're allergic to eggs?
Yes.
Oh, you poor guy. I'm so sorry.
I can eat fucking pancakes. It's just I can't eat a straight egg.
So you can't eat scrambled eggs?
Okay, yeah.
So you can eat stuff that eggs are mixed into, though?
Yeah, I can eat like brownies and shit like that.
So can you not eat scrambled eggs, though? Or you just say,
I have not tried. I don't want to try. Because last time I had an egg, it didn't end well.
All right, well, I'll just try to avoid eggs then. I don't think I need them anyway.
Yeah.
No, why would you need eggs for
But you can make something with egg for me if you want to.
Yeah, okay.
I don't have any food allergies, and neither does Nate.
Okay.
So but if I win, if King Kong kicks that stupid lizard's butt, then
But here's the thing: what if it's a draw, though?
They said there's a definitive winner.
They said there's going to be a definitive winner.
Okay, all right. If there's going to be a definitive winner, then yeah, I think there's a fair chance that it's going to be a 50-50 chance for either of them.
Well, who knows? They've probably already planned who's winning it. We just don't know.
Yeah. They've already filmed the movie.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting one.
So here's what we're gonna do for this. We're gonna record ourselves, the 4 of us going into the movie theater when it comes out, and prefacing it with like we're kind of nervous because whoever has to lose has to eat the soup, and then we're gonna record after the movie in the car, and the victors get to make fun of the losers.
Okay.
And then we'll put those 2 clips at the beginning of the video about the soup.
I would say, what if we just had the other 2 just be like the other 2's butlers for like a day or something?
Dude, no.
Yeah, soup. Because then you get to control 2 people around.
The soup. We're doing the soup.
The soup.
It'll make a really good video either way. So. Kyle, you in?
I'm in.
Lorenzo, you don't have to have any of the soup, you big baby.
I'm gonna have some of the soup, no matter who wins or fucking loses.
Either way. Right, and I'll eat the soup if I won't back out of it if I lose. I'll eat the soup. I'll eat whatever soup you make.
Oh God.
So I mean, May the best monster win.
Yeah, man.
So
May the best monster win. All right, we've been recording this for an hour now. You think that's good?
Yeah, we can cut it.